Greetings, everybody. The date is November 12th, 2020. It is a Thursday evening, 6 o'clock p.m., 46 degrees Fahrenheit, 8 degrees Celsius. I am in Queens today, on Queens Boulevard of all places, and 74th Street. And no, I'm not taking the bus, even though this is a bus stop. I just took some shelter so I could set this live stream up. But these bus shelters are good for doing that sometimes. Actually, it stopped raining. It was drizzling a little bit before, but I'm glad that it stopped. There across the street you see a billboard for Celino Law. Before it used to be Celino and Barnes, but the two of the people there got into an argument and there's some major beef between the two, so now it's just Celino. Let me know how the audio sounds like. I'm not sure if it's rubbing up against my jacket or not, or anything. Oh yes, it is dark. It's already 6 o'clock in the evening and the sun's way past sunset. Here comes a Long Island Railroad train. Audio's fine, great. Glad that you think the audio is good. Right now I don't have my jacket zipped up, so I have a little bit of air coming in. It is quickly getting colder though. I may have to zip up shortly. I'm still in the neighborhood of Elmhurst, Queens. There's a used car lot. The streets of Queens get a little bit strange over here. Like I said, I was at 74th Street and now this is 76. And then all the streets, they get kind of like mixed up all around here. This street, 76, I expected to be very quiet until I hit Woodside Avenue. It's only a few blocks. Shell Feiju, thank you so much for the $24.99. Shell, thank you. Appreciate it very much. Very quiet night in Queens. The rain wasn't too bad earlier. Wasn't really enough for me to make a dedicated rain video. I kind of have the sense of when the rain's going to be strong and when it's going to be pretty much a bust. My audio is off sync to my mouth when I show my face. Huh. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. Gotta focus. But testing, is my mouth synced with the audio? But you can't even see my mouth anyway, it's so dark. 45th Avenue. If I go up 45th Avenue, I'll head right into the heart of Elmhurst, Queens at Broadway and 45th Ave and Elmhurst Ave. It's also getting quite chilly. I don't know how long I'll be able to live stream without the cold weather affecting my hands. I didn't bring any gloves with me. The weather has been very strange lately. If you've watched my videos, it was like 70 something degrees over the weekend, and now all of a sudden it dropped down to 40 something. How about that? Like a 30-degree difference. High fiver, did I see Johnny Stride's side-by-side comparison of Pocket 1 versus Pocket 2? Oh yes, I did. Pocket 2 is a much needed upgrade from the Pocket 1. In fact, I just sold my Pocket 1 not too long ago. And I'm going to make tutorial videos on how to use the Pocket 2 to make these type of point of view videos. A lot of people have been asking me about my equipment and how I use it and how I live stream, so I'll try. I was just waiting for all the new equipment to come and for me to get used to it before making a tutorial. Otherwise, I feel like I wouldn't be honest with everybody if I say, hey, this is how you use the camera, and then like I never even used it before. I don't really trust the reviews too much when like a product just comes out, because you don't really know who's tested the product long enough for you to know if it's genuine or not. But since I've been using the Pocket 2 for about 2 weeks now, heavily, I feel safe in like reviewing how it works and telling everyone how it is. So Evangeline Alonzo with $5. Thank you, Evangeline. Thank you. My gosh, this front camera is so dark. It's like I'm a ghost in this mode. Shay Segev, do I like the Pocket or the GoPro? Well, they're two different cameras. GoPros are action cameras and the Pockets are a gimbal and a stabilizer all in one. The GoPro, it doesn't have stabilization. It's all hardware. There's mechanical stabilization and software. But I'll explain it later when I do the video. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I'll try to do it next week if I can. Barnabas, you like the members video of the subway station in the weird building? Yes. Definitely a very strange area in New York City. You would never expect a subway station to be in there. Anita Ruiz, thank you for the $4.99. Appreciate it. Thank you. There, it's much better. Now I have lighting. You can see my face to see if my voice is synced or not. By the way, I just turned right on Woodside Avenue. This is also a part of Woodside, Queens, which is famous for their many restaurants and Thai food. Here's a Chinese food restaurant, Woodside Kitchen. There's a Yamen Food Mart. Japanese fusion restaurant, Wasabi Points. This restaurant was proactive and they removed all their outdoor seating because it's very unlikely that someone's going to be dining outside in the rain unless their shelter is very, very waterproof. Some places do it better than others. And also, speaking of restaurants too, I want to mention that there's a new thing that's going out tomorrow where bars, restaurants, and gyms need to close by 10 o'clock at night. This is due to the coronavirus precautions. So you may see a video of me tomorrow checking out what the scene is like just before 10 o'clock when all the businesses need to start closing up. But it's a very scary sight to know that places need to close up again. It's not a full lockdown, but it's a restriction and a very bad annoyance for everyone in New York City. This is Ayada Thai. I've eaten here before. Very good Thai restaurant. And I think this one is very good too. I've never tried this one. I think it's called Spicy Shallot. Spicy Shallot restaurant and Ayada Thai. I think there's another Thai restaurant on the next block, but I'm not so certain. All right, let me check across the street if there is a Thai restaurant here. It's probably just a Yada Thai. Oh, this is a busy street. Will I be able to cross? Anyone's gonna stop for me? All right, this person's stopping. Bookish, Horse Girl, most businesses close around 9 anyway. They close right now at 11. But it really hurts the businesses, especially that are open 24 hours. Like a lot of diners are open 24 hours and places around like work sites that have 24/7 like staff. Like hospitals and police stations, they have a lot of restaurants there which are open 24 hours to cater to them specifically. But yeah, it's going to be very tough and challenging for everyone now. It's a beauty salon. I'm going to try to pronounce your name. Paskeskon? Pascal Cone 1985, thank you for the €2. Appreciate it. It's getting a little bit windy now. Joe Hernandez, yes, they do shut down the subway at nighttime from 1 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the morning. Yvette's asking if there's any problems with notifications. Well, last night YouTube as a whole was down. I don't know what happened, but I really couldn't find out the reason why it was down. It was like the whole website crashed. But it's not the first time that YouTube's been down this year. I can think of like 5 other occasions where YouTube had troubles keeping their website up. Plus Super, thank you so much for the $27.90 real. Appreciate it. And Grant 11955 with $2.99. Thank you. But I have to say one thing, I chose a good day to not post anything on YouTube because yesterday was the day that YouTube crashed. So you didn't miss anything from me yesterday. Maybe from other people. I don't know, maybe people missed out on some of the top YouTubers, like their favorite music video, or maybe they missed Mr. Beast giving away like tons of money. Or like PewDiePie vlogging about something, and then like halfway through the vlog, YouTube crashes. Gregory here with 10 bucks. Do all the subway lines close below between midnight and 5, or just a select few? It's the whole system, and it's between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. But thank you for that. And Bell Perite with £5. Love New York City tours. Been 3 times over the years from England and can't wait to go again. Yes, should definitely visit. So going down this way, it's going towards downtown Elmhurst. I don't really feel like going down there today. I think I'll head towards Jackson Heights and Woodside. Jaden Effa, the Xbox Series X sold out. Yeah, I saw that. I actually witnessed it personally because I just went to Best Buy recently and they had a notice in the front that the Xbox was sold out and also the PlayStation 5. So PlayStation 5 and Xbox, you gotta wait for them. This is a very unique food truck name, Yum Dum. Thank you, Pasha Kon, 1985, with €2 from Poland. You rock, dude. Thank you. Oh, this is a Himalayan truck, I think. Maybe Tibetan or Nepalese, but momos are from that area. Yum food truck. Chicken curry platter, awesome. I'm Oz or Oz with the 4.49 Australian. Thank you. How crowded was the Staten Island ferry yesterday? That's a good question, Frank K. Not too crowded. It was very spaced out. People were very orderly. There wasn't any kind of like mad Russian people. They do their part there. But in terms of like capacity of the boat being filled, it's maybe like 5%, I think. It was like very, very tiny compared to the size of the boat. I'm across the street from Elmhurst Hospital Center. I think you can get tested for COVID here, if I'm not mistaken, but there is a big COVID testing site on Northern Boulevard around 61st Street, I think. I saw them setting up over there. I read that there's people who went there that they spent like an hour to get their COVID tests and results, but most of the time was paperwork. Bren, was Staten Island less busy than Queens tonight? Staten Island's always less busy. It's the least populated borough. And I also think it's the most annoying to get to because you either got to take a bus over there or take the boat or drive. But driving there is very expensive. You got to pay the toll for the Verrazano Bridge. Or if you're coming from New Jersey, there's three bridges that come from Jersey. You need to pay to get into Staten Island. Scott saying the outlet in Staten Island looked wet. Yeah, it was a very rainy day, and I didn't really feel the vibe of that outlet. There weren't too many people there at all. Feels like this area could use a little bit more street lighting. Barry Holt, the testing is free from my knowledge. But it also depends on which site you go to. But the testing sites that the city runs, I think those are free. Hey, here's a real estate office. Let's check out how much the real estate is in Elmhurst, Jackson Heights, around this area. There's a unit 7M for $425,000. It's Junior 4. Look at these. These are just tiny little units. And they're going for $500,000. Maintenance of $711 a month. Look at that. Not only you have to fork $500,000 for that property, but you got to pay $711 in maintenance a month. Here's a place in Long Island City for $1.25 million. And this is even after the pandemic reduced real estate prices. Rio Oso TM, that's why you left. A lot of people left because of financial reasons in New York. Very expensive to live here. Many people make a lot of living sacrifices in order to continue living here. Housing is by far the #1 expense in New York City. So I'm on the border of Jackson Heights and Elmhurst. Broadway is the dividing line here. I think nightlife is just getting started for these places. NJ Walsh, I got my hair cut last week. It's been a while already. Here we got some fruits and vegetables. All right, I feel one coming. I don't know if it's gonna come out or not, but all right, I don't think it's coming. I thought my mouth was gonna let out a hurricane, but it didn't, and it held up. This is the Jackson Heights Roosevelt Avenue subway station. Major transfer hub in Queens. You get many buses here. Some go to the airport, some go down Broadway, as well as 5 different subway lines. You want to see the subway? All right, why not? Let's take the subway.
Yo, he looked at me, yo, he got me at it.
Why not?
Bro.
I don't show the subway enough on these live videos. All right, we're going downstairs. And now my glasses are completely fogged up because the temperature, look at me, I'm a ghost now. This is what happens when you wear eyeglasses. They need some time to adjust to the temperature. There's a local train arriving. I hear the R of the M.
This is a 401st Avenue bound R train. The next stop is Elmhurst Avenue.
Ding bong. Bye bye R train. It was nice knowing you. R stands for rarely comes. So if you miss this train, you're gonna have to wait a while for the next one. Here's the F train. The F train stands for failure. Failure because you couldn't keep up in math class. All right, let's go up to, actually let me get out here. I gotta show you something cool. I couldn't really think of anything for E-train. Oh wait, this isn't the exit I wanted to go to. It was, I think it's the other one. This side heads out into Diversity Plaza, I think. Loves to trade. Yeah, that's a good one. E-train for excruciatingly bad. This is kind of cool. You get to see like a whole bunch of shops here, like a florist, a barber shop. Really neat. This is inside the subway station. Asian Mart. $12 for a haircut here. You never know that this is inside the subway station until you come. Rebel Poet 71, good observation. I do have an unlimited Metro card. One of the best deals you can get in the city, in my opinion, especially if you take public transit often. Diversity Plaza in Jackson Heights. Looks lively here. JY63245N looks like Hong Kong with all these shops in the subway station.
Thank you.
Oh, yay.
But make sure you say this is the Grand Army Plaza.
Oh, this is Grand Army Plaza?
I don't know when and how long ago is Grand Army Plaza.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it used to be Grand Army Plaza, but wow, this stand is popular. Beef momo, chicken momo. So this area is what I like to call Little India, Little Himalayas, because all the shops here are from that region. You have like Nepalese, Bangladeshi, Indian, so many different Himalayan spots. And then over here inside the electronics store is Lhasa Fast Food. Very hidden secret. Not so secret anymore because I revealed it. And one thing I have to say, they decorated already. Whoa. All the lights. Let's give this a wide angle look. Wow. See, the holidays are still around in Queens. There's a snowflake hanging from the light post. The lights are for Diwali. Oh yeah, I think it just happened, right?
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm sure you can get some nice meals here if you stop by, especially some Diwali related foods. Looks like Saturday November 14 is the official day of Diwali. But it's the Indian Festival of Lights. That's what Diwali is celebrated. Oh man, I'm smelling some good food around here. Lamb over rice, $5.99. It's a good price. Oh, that looks good. Smells good too. There's a halal food cart. Let's see if the next block is decorated. Crowded sidewalk here. Wow, look at this. This restaurant, Maratha Sweets, there's a line outside the door and it's so popular. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 people deep, six people deep, and there's already a group inside. It must be that time to get Indian sweets. Let's see if this block of Jackson Heights is decorated or not. I guess I can cross now. There's a traffic jam. Now here's a vegetable I haven't really seen before too much. Look at how big the leaves are. It's $2.29 a pound. I'm even tempted to get some later. Everyone's preparing for Diwali. I think this might be Japanese pumpkin. It's 39 cents a pound. But this street isn't as decorated as the other one. 73rd has nothing on 74th. Although there's plenty of light on this block from all the grocery stores. There's a sweets restaurant, premium sweets and restaurant. Laurie W, was the green veggie a kind of lettuce or spinach? It looks more like spinach to me, but I could be wrong. I think in Chinese cuisine there is a type of spinach that looks like that, but it's nowhere near as large. So I'm headed back towards Roosevelt Avenue now. I think I'm going to walk along Roosevelt Avenue towards Sunnyside and Woodside. I actually haven't visited Sunnyside in a while, so maybe that's a good destination for my walk. I have about 20 blocks or so to the main downtown area of Sunnyside, but it'll be worth it. Bookish horse girl, I should do an ASMR of car honking. I have plenty of those on my channel already, especially if you watch my recordings of the intersection at Queens Boulevard and Skillman Avenue. I've probably recorded that intersection more times than any other person in the city. I've even done it for like an hour and a half, 45 minutes, and it's just car honk after car honk there. That was probably like 2-3 years ago where I made most of those videos. There's a bunch of Himalayan restaurants across the streets. Annapurna Thakali Kitchen and Himalayan Yak. Also a large laundromat. Open 24 hours too. Rebel Poet 71, do they actually serve yak? I don't remember seeing it on the menu the last time I was there. It's been a while, but they do have very good food there. A lot of the Himalayan food has to do with spices and steaming a lot of their food. Really unique way of doing the cuisine. Similar to Indian food too, if you've eaten Indian food before. So I'm just about to walk over the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, BQE, and then right after this will be the neighborhood of Woodside. Train's coming. Man, it got dark around here. I wonder how my face is right here. You probably won't even see me. Let's turn the camera around. Oh, you can still see me. Not bad. Very mysterious look. Grab your skates, dude. It's like NYC level in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. It's been a long time since I played that game, but that was the game of the PS2 right there. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I think the camera's having a little bit of trouble with the light focusing. And here I am, walked into Woodside, Queens, Little Manila area. Barnabas Volpet, thanks for showing New York City neighborhoods how they keep New York City so clean. Let me wait for this train to pass because you probably won't hear me too well. But I think the question you want to ask is how do they keep New York City as clean as they can, because to be honest, New York City can be dirty at times. But they have street cleaning crews that come at least once a week, and they have garbage pickup in the outer boroughs 2 times a week for the residences. In Manhattan, I think they pick up 3 times a week. And then there's also a few community groups which go around and collect trash. But for a lot of New York City, it's dirty. I won't deny that at all. I mean, you walk here, you see paper cup, banana peel, and this is very dangerous because it's discolored and you might just think it's a regular thing and you slip on the banana peel like the movies. Some unknown rag there. It probably has, like, I don't know, tuberculosis in it. Random coconut juice can, I don't know what that is. Do you really think it's coconut juice in there? I don't know. And then, as you get closer to the subway station, you're gonna notice chewing gum, chewing gum, chewing gum, chewing gum, chewing gum spots all over the place. And the closer you are to a subway station, the more chewing gum spots there are. And they don't come off. Here's the entrance to 69th Street Station. You're gonna see chewing gum spots everywhere. Chewing gum, chewing gum, chewing gum, chewing gum. There's more black circles here than probably Mike Tyson got in black eyes. All right. I think the most common discarded items in New York City are chewing gum and cigarette butts. It's across the street. They call the black circles are chewing gum also. Not every black circle is chewing gum, but if it's like imprinted in the sidewalk, then it is chewing gum. Look how much garbage is over here. This is disgusting. Very filthy. But other than the trash outside on the streets and sidewalks, the businesses are mostly clean. They do their part. Darrow's Pizza and Fried Chicken. There's a place I ate at before on one of my videos of Little Manila. I might have passed it already, but it was really good. Here's a narrow part of the sidewalk. Sebastian, thank you so much. for the 2.99 euros. Appreciate it. Where's the best pizza in Queens? I have to think about that one. There's a few by Rockaway, Howard Beach I really like. There's a few in Astoria, and then there's a few in Maspeth as well. I'm not really sure because I actually liked New Park Pizza on Cross Bay Boulevard before, but I haven't been there in a long time. I also like Rosa's Pizza on Maspeth. There's another place in Astoria called Saks Place, which is really good. I don't know, I could probably list so many. CRC5 with $2.99 from Nashville. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. La Miel, Avelinos, and Regal Park is great too. There's also a Mori Pizza in Whitestone, which is very good. It's very hard because I've been to places before, like more than once, and sometimes it doesn't really taste the same. Rebel Poet, you went to Queen's Comfort when it was had before the closure. Yeah, I've been there probably 2 or 3 times. Wasn't really my type of food because it was very heavy, but I can see why a lot of people went there and it was popular. Kevin asking if the crime rate is bad in the area. No, I don't think it's bad. From the news reports, they do say that crime is going up in New York City, but I don't really feel like it's going up to the point where I feel like it's dangerous just to be outside. Toronto Sun Seeker with $10 Canadian. How many kilometers is that elevated train? You know what? I actually don't know. It's pretty long though. It's goes the entire length of Roosevelt Avenue pretty much, except for a small portion in Flushing, Queens. But it goes all the way from Long Island City all the way to Flushing, Queens. Hey look, it's Jollibee, the Filipino fast food restaurant. You can get some weird stuff like over there, like spaghetti with tomato sauce and hot dogs, and ube ice cream. And also great fried chicken. They call it the Jolly Spaghetti, I think. Yeah, Lucy, it is sweet, the Jolly spaghetti. They use a very, very sweet tomato sauce. Not really my preference because I find it a little bit too sweet. By the way, you want to see a very deteriorated subway station? I'll go up here, 61st Street, Woodside. This subway station definitely needs some work. It's a major transfer hub. Long Island Railroad comes here too. And multiple buses. Hendrix fan with $5. Love the videos. Keep it up. Thank you. Hey look, they're pressure washing the sidewalk. I don't know if I can get past. This is how you get the gum spots out with the pressure washer. I smell a lot of soap. But here, I'm gonna be the subway station critic tonight. Look at this. Underside of this structure. A lot of peeling paints. I think this subway station is over 100 years old. Ford Panda, 20 bucks. Crime in Phoenix is up 45%. Much worse than New York City. Thanks for what you do. Ever think of going to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania? I've actually never heard of it. Thank you so much. All right, you ready for this? Ceiling. Peeling paint all over the place. If you thought Chambers Street was bad, you can come here. Look at this. You can get a free shower in the subway. Yeah, pretty dirty. Pretty dirty. There's another leak over here. It's not as bad though. Also, the other area I'm going to show you by the benches, it's like full of pigeon poop. And I never really see it being clean. Here, free lead poisoning. lot of pigeon poop over here. Pigeon poop, pigeon poop, pigeon poop. Caution, wet floor, no kidding. Storm water. Looks more like station water now, not storm water. Mike Landry, $5 Canadian. Congratulations. Does YouTube send another plaque? No, they don't. Next one is $1 million. That's the gold play button. Yucky, yucky. Alright, I think I'm gonna get out of here now. Whoa, I almost got hit by some ceiling water.
Hello everyone, a reminder, wearing a mask or face covering is required when you travel over the Boulevard.
Oh! How many birds have been perched onto this ledge? And someone asked me how they keep New York City so clean, right? Yeah, you got pigeon spikes with garbage in the pigeon spikes. It comes with living here. You gotta deal with dirty subway stations. All right. Russell, NYC, the train station's been like that for 20 years. Yeah, from what I can remember, it's been like that all the time. It needs renovations. You heard many sirens unless you didn't notice. Oh, you haven't heard many sirens. Yeah, I really haven't heard too many either. Sudsy Z wasn't everything in New York City worse in the 80s. Not everything. I feel that the sense of community was greater in the 80s. A lot of things that would be considered like old school. I mean, sure, New York City was kind of like grungy and dirty back then and higher in crime, but for the most part, there were stronger community ties. And there was a lot of culture in that time. Woodside Avenue. The air quality is better now. Yeah, I think the air quality is better now. You know, before they really made smoking a nuisance. A lot of people are out there smoking, even inside restaurants, and it was a big hassle. For me, I really can't enjoy a meal if I'm smelling cigarette smoke. And that's actually an issue I've been having with the current setup too, outdoor dining, is I've noticed that there's people smoking cigarettes on the outdoor dining area, or near it, and you have cigarette smoke blowing into your food while you're trying to enjoy it. Yeah, you want to be in it? All right, I'm live on YouTube. I'm Action Kid on YouTube.
Love YouTube.
Yay!
Famous.
Yeah. All right. He didn't know who I was, but he's like, let me get in the video. And why is this light taking so long? All right, forget the light. There's no cars, I'm going. Here's the Fiesta Mexicana restaurant. Here's Deer Hunt Cafe. By the way, at 61st, I think there was a good Irish pub that someone mentioned before. Yeah, I already passed it. T. Andre Mitch, $3. Walk my hood of Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I was there not too long ago. A very cool spot, Bay Ridge. Man, look at this angle of the subway. Here's an excellent Irish pub here, Donovan's Pub. They make some good food, I'm telling you. If anyone remembered my video of Little Ireland in New York on the border of Yonkers, New York and Bronx, Queens in Woodlawn Heights, this can kind of be considered a little island, but it's really a tiny island. My goodness. What an anger management issue. I saw some hand gestures in that car and also some frustration from that driver. The driver was like, ah. That's what happens. You scream louder and they can't hear you because your windows are like too far away. What can I say? I think elevated subway tracks, if I have to say anything, elevated subway tracks are more easily able to find road rage and like impatient drivers. I think it's because like the way the setup is, the elevated roadway makes everything noisy and people think that you need to shout louder in order to be heard. And there's also less space from the subway columns. So that's just my theory on why subway tracks, the underneath of them, people get more angry easily. there's Blink Fitness. Starting tomorrow, they need to close at 10, which is a shame. So if you want to work out early into the morning, maybe now's the time for you to get those last minute workouts in. See if you can turn the 10-minute challenge into the like 300-minute challenge or like 1,000-minute challenge. Instead of doing like 10 sets of squats, you do like 1,000 sets. And then you don't have to go to the gym anymore. You just gotta get someone to motivate you. Be like, no breaks, no breaks. No water break for you. You gotta keep doing those jumping jacks. Okay, so this is 55th Street, almost to Sunnyside. I think once I pass 52nd, I'll be in Sunnyside. Rebel Poet 71, you don't get the 10 p.m. rule. Most people don't go out after 10. Yeah, it really seems like a strange decision to me, but that's what we have. Yeah, there's a lot of music playing back there. Salsa, another one. Very quiet, mellow music. John Vaughan also mentioning a very good point. There's also a limitation on private residences too. No more than 10 people visiting. So I don't know, all you families where 100 kids, you gotta keep 90 of them home. The other 90 of them can visit Aunt May next week, and they gotta like go every single day of the week, 10 people at a time. Sunnyside now, 53rd Street. Tacos Rey del Oro. Maybe I'll try one, why not? Can I get a beef taco? Beef taco? One? Why not? Let's try some local food. Cilantro, yes. Onion too. We're gonna try some authentic Mexican food.
Do you want to go or stay here?
Stay here. Yeah. It's quiet, so. $3 for a taco here. Mike, thank you. I'll show you what else they got here. So it's $3.50 for the beef. Thank you. Nice, they also got hand sanitizer and napkins. Thank you, Bordy. For $4.99, enjoy the taco. Thank you. Uh-oh, it's coming. Thank you. No sauce. Yeah. More hand sanitizer. I muted the stream just in time, so you didn't have to hear me. Okay, let's try this. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Let's squeeze some lime over it. Okay. Let's try this. So good. It's got a lot of cilantro in it, the onions. Beef's very fresh. It's so good. Chuck, you saying take that Taco Bell? Oh yes, this beats Taco Bell any day. No contest. All right, all done. All done. No more taco. Let's squirt some more hand sanitizer. All right, thank you. It was delicious. All right, quick meal break. That was a great snack for $3.50. Beef taco. Good. It was very good. Not the best I've had, but it's close. Phil saying that'll feed me for 20 minutes. Yeah, it will feed me enough for me to get home and then eat my... What's up, man? Hey! Oh, man. Drove all the way to say hi. So I was saying that that taco will hold me enough for me to get home, and I've got plenty of leftovers at home. Priya Mason, leftovers or what? I got some baked chicken. I have some baked potato. I have some Chinese vegetables, some rice. I'm not sure if I have some fish left, but I don't want that to get to waste. But I do want to keep an empty stomach for a video that I'm filming on Saturday. Hint, hint. I'll try not to stuff myself too much going into Saturday. So I've reached the end of Roosevelt Avenue, or at least just a name. After it crosses over Queens Boulevard, it becomes Greenpoint Avenue. And Greenpoint Avenue heads all the way into Brooklyn over the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge. Very far. I gotta cross over Queens Boulevard, which is where I started, but not the same section of Queens Boulevard. Formerly known as the Boulevard of Death, and for good reason. I am not going to cross the street even if the light is red and there's no traffic. This light takes a long time. Okay, I have the walking signal now. These are probably the last bits that you'll see of fall because a lot of the leaves are coming down now due to the winds and the cold temperatures. Leaves, leaves, leaves all over the place. Hey look, you can see the Empire State Building right down there. the camera here from this angle. I wanted to put them over. Okay, can I cross the street now? No, I can't, but... Oh, I can. Let's do this. So heading on to Greenpoint Avenue now into the heart of Sunnyside, Queens. A neighborhood I haven't visited in a while. I could probably cross now, but I gotta be very careful. All right, good. Letitia T with $5. Thank you so much, Letitia. Thank you. So Sunnyside, Queens isn't really known as a nightlife neighborhood, but I'm very curious about this neighborhood, how it's doing for the nightlife scene. I find that it's a little more family oriented. And Katrine, thank you for the 1090 real. Appreciate it.
Yo la usé y no me acuerdo si todavía tiene o no tiene. ¿Qué más que ya no me pagan por delante del carro?
All right, there's still some activity here. Here's Chihuahua Mexican Restaurant and Grill. I think I'll cross the street. And I'll go this way. Where's the stuffed animals? I didn't take them today because it was raining. I don't want them to get wet. They're a little bit afraid of the rain. But I gotta bring them back for another live stream when I can. As long as I have enough space in my backpack, sometimes that's the issue. There's a empanadas food truck, Abuela's Empanadas, handmade. Looking pretty good. Now, I've heard this chicken restaurant is very, very good. It's a Peruvian chicken restaurant. Rico La Casa de Pollo Peruano. I think I said that correctly. You know what? They got some customers. You know they're good. And heat lamps too. Here's Paris Baguette. Oh wow, they have glass booths separating the tables. Here's.
So are you the guy that walked through?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my God, I watched
Hey.
you. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Oh my God, I watch you on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So that's another person I ran into on my channel. Here's Sofra Mediterranean Grill. I've eaten here before, and let me tell you, their food is so good. I think I got a lamb gyro before, and it was enough for like 3 meals. And then on this side of Queens Boulevard, there really isn't too much. You got Wendy's down there. There's a few like bars and restaurants on the other side of Queens Boulevard. Gloria, this has to be on my Black and Shadow channel. No, I don't think it's enough for it. I'm kind of feeling that it really has to be a specific kind of rain and a specific kind of location for it to do well. Rain videos don't really have that same kind of impact unless it's really heavy or kind of like a good atmosphere for it. Otherwise, it's not worth doing it. Here's a Japanese restaurant, Oki Japanese. It's only doing takeout, no outdoor seating here. And here's Uno Buen Sabor restaurant. Oh no, I think it's supposed to be El Buen because over here it says El Buen. That was supposed to be an L, but the E dropped off. Looks like a good place. Never eaten there before, but it looks good. And here's another Irish pub, McGuinness's. Fran Ferrer, do I speak Spanish? Very little. I took it for 3 years in high school, but I'm really out of practice. Here B Bar is saying hello. What's up, man? Great Tree El Buen Sabor is the great taste. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. It does mean the great taste. Mr. Wonton Chinese restaurant. Funny name for a restaurant. You could probably like name every kind of cuisine after a food and put Mr. behind it. Maybe that's a new trend. We should start naming our kids after foods like Mr. Dumpling or Mr. Pizza, Mr. Taco, Mr. Donut, Mr. Knish, Mr. Hot Dog. We can like double the size of the population's name vocabulary if we did that. Here be borrowed $5. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jason, don't name your kid Mr. Pizza. Oh, but then Mr. Hero is gonna be jealous of Mr. Pizza then. This place, are they open? Yeah, they are. Boulevard Diner. Not sure if they're open 24 hours, but diners are known to like offer a very, very large menu. Then again, you can't really see it too well. The camera's not focusing that well on the menu. Oh, there we go. Philly cheesesteak, specialty sandwiches, deli sandwiches, breakfast. Thai restaurant, and they also got a good sized outdoor seating area here. Wow, this is really, really nice. I wouldn't mind outdoor dining over here in Sunnyside. Web soap $4.99. You ate at the diner once and it was good. Thank you. I'm sure they are good. But what's going to happen on Friday with the diners, it's going to hurt them very badly because many of them are open 24 hours and now all the restaurants and bars, they need to close at 10 o'clock. So it really hurts their bottom line. Mike Thomas, thank you so much, dude. $5, thank you. Turkish grill, whoa. I didn't know there was a Turkish restaurant here in Sunnyside. Look at this. Hummus, pia, stuffed eggplant, and their entrees. Ooh. Looks like a lot of good food in here. One of the best things about living in New York City. Lots of great foods from all over the world. And you don't have to go far to find what you want or what you want to have a craving for. Wow, this is a huge outdoor dining area. I think this is for Maggie Mace. Thank you, Marcio, for the $27.90 Brazilian real. This is for Maggie Mace Bar. Loving the decor. All the corn stalks and the Irish flag over here.
Oh, okay, I hear you now. I hear you now.
Very nice. So the nightlife is still alive in Sunnyside, although it's a smaller community type atmosphere. You don't really get the hot spots of Flushing, Queens, Astoria, Queens, Elmhurst, Forest Hills, Jamaica to a certain extent. But Sunnyside is more quiet. Russell NYC with $5. Thank you so much, Russell. And also WPH 178 for 10 bucks. Thanks for the live New York City touring. Missed the city too much. So much. Do I have a plan for walking Brooklyn Heights in the future? Brooklyn Heights, I don't have a plan to walk yet, but I've also done a few before on my channel, but thank you both for you. Here's Burger King. The Impossible Whopper, because it's impossible. And here's a Mexican restaurant I almost passed up. I don't really know what that says. Arriba Meal or Arriba Sunnyside. Mexican cuisine. Oh, here it is in a font that I can actually read. Arriba Margaritas Mexican Combo Meals. Excellent. I would say this area is kind of like an unknown portion of Queens that doesn't really have too much of an active night scene, but I can see it being popular. Crazy K101 or $5. Asians are who you want as friends. Why just Asians? I have a lot of friends who aren't Asians. Here's Dazzi's Italian restaurant. Private parties. And CH with $5. Thank you so much. Thank you. Here you have the Italian menu. Looks pretty standard for an Italian meal. Okay, let's take the train. 40th Street, Lowry Street station. Lowry Street used to be the old name of 40th Street before consolidated with New York City as a whole. You know, one time I was on one of these staircases of the 7 train, and then there was an opossum in the middle of the staircase, and the opossum refused to move, so the cops had to be called to remove the opossum. Pretty crazy story. Oops, just dropped my umbrella. CS. They're replacing the Metro cards with Omni. Yep, and then you don't have to deal with what I had to go through. I just demonstrated. The too slow, too fast, your card's unreadable. Where's my 7 train? It's coming. Where am I going? I'm going back to Astoria, Queens.
Local train. The next stop is 33rd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you, Russell. $2. Wow, it's 7:54 p.m. already. I didn't even know what time it was. I lost track. This train's not crowded at all.
This is 33rd Street.
Yeah, there was that incident where someone was breaking the windows on the 7 train. I don't think he's been back.
The next
That
stop
person's
is
been back.
Queensboro Plaza.
Stand clear of
But
the
yeah,
closing
very scary
doors, please.
situation for the MTA to have to replace all those windows and find out who did it. Rose, none of the cell phone providers provide service on the underground in New York City. He only has service at the subway platforms. It's really annoying. But here, this entire route is above ground for this portion of Queens. Hard to balance. Hang on tight, then you can fall down easily.
This is Queensboro Plaza. Transfers available to N and W trains. This is the next 7 local train. The next stop is Fork Square.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Alright folks, my train is here and I'm gonna end this live stream here. What timing, huh? Perfect. If you enjoyed it, be sure to smash the like button for me, subscribe for some more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh man, this train is squeaky.